Yo, welcome to Yard Vibes TV. You don't know. It's your boy Michael is the host. Please like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. On this channel, we bring sports, entertainment. We bring it all. Alright? You don't know. Big man thing. Peace.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Michael. I'm back. I know it's been a while since I've dropped anything. But let's just jump right into it. Yeah, if y'all looking at me, I had to shave this off. I started a new job and they wanted me to shave it down. I don't like the look. It made me look, kind of weird. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it is what it is. That's what the job requires. But let's get back to topic. So the NBA basically is on a fire sale right now. I don't know when trades are going to be able to be made, but by the looks of it, there's going to be a couple of trades. First, I want to start out with the Pelicans and Drew Holiday. I think if they trade in Drew, they need somebody that's going to be able to help space the floor. Another shooter. They already have JJ. I don't know what his contract situation is, but they need someone that's going to help to space the floor. So they definitely they have bigs with that young kid. I can't think of his name right now, but they have bigs. They need more so Zion can, unless Zion comes back this season with a jump shot. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong hand. With a jump shot, because he left-handed, then maybe they don't need that person that can space the floor. But to me personally, if you're going to trade Drew Holiday, to me he's one of the most underrated, underappreciated players in the NBA. Dude is like 6'5", 6'4". He does practically everything you need and some. So to me personally, you got to make sure that you get in plenty of shooting and length. Let's move on to the Houston Rockets. This is a big one. I don't know what the beef is, or if there's beef. The media like to blow things up more than it actually is, with James Harden and Russell Westbrook saying that basically I don't know if they clashed, or they're basically saying, yo, listen, Russell's like, yo, listen, I don't like my role. Which to me, he should have never left OKC. You was in a perfect situation. All you needed was just some more shooters around you. Because you were a driver, you're an attacker, you just need someone to space the floor so you can attack the rim. You had Steven Adams, where you can lob it up and he dunks it all day. You had what you needed. So to me, leaving OKC was not a good decision. I mean, I know when Paul George left, that kind of made him feel like the team wasn't going in a championship direction. But should have never left. To me, that's just me. Russell Westbrook is one of my favorite players. The dude plays hard day in and day out. He's going to give you 101% every single time he touches the floor, which, is what you want from your best player. Someone that's going to give it to you every single night. But with his inconsistency as far as shooting, where he's a hot shooter, he's not a pure shooter. He's a hot shooter. He's a streak shooter. So when he's hot, you cannot stop it, but he's still going to give you 25, 26 points a night. He can attack the rim. He's fast enough. He can break you down. Boom, boom, get you to the rim, dunk on you, lay up, whatever, or dish it out to someone. That's how he was getting his triple doubles. Excuse me. So me personally, should have never left OKC. Now, I don't know what the Houston Rockets could potentially get for him, but like, if you're looking at every team that needs like a lead dog, the New York Knicks, they need something. They need some kind of entertainment for the Knicks, because the Knicks has been hot garbage for I don't know how long, since Patrick Ewing retired. Carmelo came, but they really do nothing with Carmelo and Amari Stoudemire. But I don't know what potentially could the Knicks possibly offer Houston to get Russ. They're gonna have to give up a lot of the young players, obviously, like Kevin Knox, the French kid, I can't think of his name, but they would have to give up a lot because his contract is massive. So in a couple of first round, and I'm sure they probably gotta put some cash to get him. But if he wants, I think New York might be the best place for him to go in order to be that lead dog again, where everything is in his command. But moving forward, I don't see another team. I can't think of a team right now that I can be like, yo, you put Russ on this team, they're automatically championship bid. When he was at OKC with KD and Serge Ibaka and James Harden, that team should have never broken up. They should have did everything in their power to make sure that they kept that group together. They were young, they were hungry. They made it to the championship, I think, within their 4th year playing together. They could have done so much more with that team if they'd have just let it grow. But obviously, there was some disconnection between KD and Westbrook. That's why, James left, because he wanted to be more than just a 6-man coming off the bench. He wanted to be the man. So he went to Houston, did his thing. But a lot of things have went by for Russ that I felt he could have captured a title by now, I think. But right now it's looking real slim. I'm trying to think of a situation where he can go into and be number 1 or number 1A or 1B with another player. But I'm going through teams in my head and I'm just like, I can't really see that team used. Milwaukee Bucks, no, because Giannis is a player that attacks the rim. Giannis is not a shooter. He's developing his shot. But I don't see that as a fit also, because Russell Westbrook and Eric Bledsoe are kind of similar, even though Russell Westbrook is 10 times better, but their game is similar. Even though, Eric Bledsoe is a decent shooter. He's not a good shooter. He's decent. So I'm going through teams and I'm thinking the Clippers definitely would not. Then again, I think about it, the Clippers might make sense because, Russ is going to attack the rim. Kawhi can shoot. PG can shoot, so he can attack the rim and dish it out to either one of them. But I don't know if PG and Kawhi are looking to be spot-up shooters. They want to be able to create for themselves at times. So honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to expect from the trade with Houston, but they're gonna have to do something in order to make something happen. Houston, another team. Staying with Houston. So James Harden in Houston, to me, basically, they had their opportunity to be championships. To win championships, I meant to say. They had Clint Capella, which to me, they should have never traded. Even though I know he was hurt, they could have waited till he got hurt. Till he got healed. And then, because you had CP and you had Clint Capella and you had other spacers on the floor who can shoot the ball, and James Harden. So I don't understand what that trade was about. With Mike D'Antoni's system, it's always you need a running big man. When he did it with Phoenix with Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, Joe Johnson, and those guys, Leandro Barbosa, they had that inside. Amari was, let's say he's 7 foot, 6'10", 6'11", whatever. He was an athletic big, and that's what Clint Capella was. He's an athletic big who can run the floor and clog up the middle, so he was gonna get rebounds, and he was able, to feed off of that. With the small ball that they did this year, that to me is never gonna win. You're never gonna win playing in that type of scenario, especially in the NBA. Maybe in college, probably not even in college. Maybe in high school, maybe in an AAU tournaments, but not in the NBA. You're not gonna win with your center being 6'5". PJ Tucker's a good defender, but he's not gonna stop AD. He's not gonna stop Dwight Howard. He's not gonna stop Giannis. he's not stopping these players. He's strong. He might, be able to distract their shots a little bit, but he's not going to stop them. So to me, Houston made a big mistake when they traded away Chris Paul and Clint Capella. They should have kept that together and just add shooters around. That's it. I don't get what exactly they were trying to do, but yeah, man, that to me doesn't make a lot of sense with Houston. So if they're basically going to trade Russ, they got to make sure that they get back a big who can run the floor. With the new coach that they Houston got now, I think they definitely need a big. They need a big. In order to win in the NBA, you have to have a decent interior game. You have to. There's no ifs or buts about it. You want to look at what Kevin Durant did with the Warriors. Kevin Durant is 6'11", 7 foot tall. So again, he can go inside and out. You cannot stop that. They had Andrew Bogut, who was decent enough. Not Andrew Bogut, JaVale McGee, who was decent enough to protect the rim and all sorts of stuff. So they had that. That's why it was easy for the Warriors, because they had length, and Houston don't have that. They don't have the length. So when they traded away all those big guys to get these small, fast players, I knew that wasn't going to work. And when they ran up against the Lakers was like, all right, we about to just dominate the paint. And that's what, made it easy for the Lakers to win the chip. It was this dominance of going to the rim. You can't stop me. I'm going to go to the rim every single time. Shooting is great when you have rebounders. They have no rebounders. So you can shoot the ball, shoot, but if you have no rebounders, then what? So, yeah, man, so many trades that I feel is going to happen. The Lakers are looking to add, I guess, another scorer. I see they're looking at DeMar DeRozan. I don't know how that might help or hurt the Lakers, but it definitely will add something to them with DeMar DeRozan. He's an all-star. He's a perennial all-star. He can create for himself, but he's not a shooter. He can score. He's not going to be the type of person you're going to put on the wing and he's going to drop three-point shots or the three-point shots. He's a mid-range, drive to the rim, get fouled type of player, averaging 21, 22 points a game. That's his game. So for me, I don't know exactly how you incorporate DeMar DeRozan in that. But getting rid of Kyle Kuzma, I think, is what basically the Lakers are trying to do. So let's see how that goes for my Lakers. Another team that I feel really needs a trade is the Bucks. The Bucks definitely need a trade. When they lost Malcolm Brogdon, I think that really hurt them a lot when they lost Brogdon. So they definitely need a trade. I didn't think Eric Bledsoe would have been the guy. I still don't think he's the guy. They need that floor general. I don't think they had enough veteran experience. So maybe CP3 would be a great fit with Giannis to give him that veteran who's going to command more out of him, who's going to help him understand certain situations. People want to say CP3 is overrated. I don't think he's overrated. When that man was in New Orleans with the Pelicans, or whatever it was called, him and Tyson Chandler, they were balling. They were a scary team. So it's just situations. This is one of those situations where your team is put you in a situation, and you just have to succeed. So I honestly feel the Bucks is a team that need a trade right now. Who? Man, they need shooters. So shooters is always a plus, but they definitely need that veteran player. They need that veteran player, and I think CP3 would be a great asset for them. I would even say Drew Holiday is a great asset for them. Drew Holiday will be a perfect fit for Giannis. Perfect. If you think about it, Drew can shoot, he can defend, he can score, he can pass. He does everything you need him to do. Perfect fit. Trading, but who would they trade, and what would the Pelicans be getting in return? I don't know, but I think there'll be a perfect fit for the Bucks. But it's gonna be a fire sale in the NBA these next couple of days. I don't know when the I'm gonna try to find out when the NBA trade deadline is. NBA trade deadline 2020. They still haven't made. The trade deadline is February 5th, but I don't know when the trade starts. When is the are they able to trade? So, man, this is gonna be one of the more interesting seasons. Another thing I wanted to discuss was the possibility now that they're going to allow fans into the arenas, how that might affect them. Because in the bubble, it was different. You knew no one was coming in. Whoever's here stays in here. And then later on, down close towards the playoffs, excuse me, that's when they allow family members and everyone to come in. So to me, I don't know. I'm kind of scared of that because I know it's gonna be some kind of issue with the coronavirus still at large. The U.S. still, I think, number one in the world right now with the people that have the virus. So we'll see how that goes. I hope it doesn't affect the NBA that much. I hope they do a better job than the NFL has been doing, so that, the NFL hasn't really been doing that bad, but I hope they take bits and pieces from the NFL and say, okay, this is what they did, let me see how I can make it better. So let's see how the NBA go about that. But this should be an interesting NBA season. Who do y'all think is going to be the number one draft pick? Me, with the top 3 picks, basically everyone is going to be Anthony Edwards, going to be LaMelo Ball, and it's going to be Wiseman. But who is going to be that number one draft pick? I think, the way I look at it, I feel the Timberwolves need another player to help score. So I think Anthony Edwards would be a perfect player for the Timberwolves. They're young. He's young, coming in. They can help him. I think D'Angelo Russell has matured a lot since his little stint in the Lakers, and then when he went to Brooklyn, he also matured a lot. I think Wiseman going to the Warriors make a lot of sense. That's another scary team to watch out with Steph Curry and Klay now fully healthy. That's going to be a scary, scary team to watch. Oh, man. But, man, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm enjoying the NFL. I am. I'm a New York Giants fan, so really hasn't been a lot to cheer about. We only won 2 games. I think we were 2-7. So it really hasn't been that much to cheer about with my Giants. But again, I love the game, so I'm going to continue to watch it. But man, the NBA, I think it starts in 60-something days, 2 months. No, wait, probably less than that, because we're already in November. So, and it's supposed to be December 22nd. So yeah, it's about, maybe about 50, 60 days, whatever. But it's getting close. I just hope the NBA put in a plan to where they can help keep them similar to how they did the bubble. Very similar to how they did the bubble in Miami. in Orlando, so that the virus won't slow down the season and put a pause on the season. With now certain teams are gonna allow fans into the arena, so it's definitely gonna be some kind of impact. I hope it's not a major impact to where we're like, man, it's gonna be a week hiatus, because I hate this feeling of, man, I only can watch sports Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, when I'm used to watching sports every day, you know. And honestly, I'm a big football fan, not NFL football, but the real football. So with my team, Real Madrid, my favorite player, Cristiano Ronaldo. So I just hate it when I don't have sports, man. I be here like a crackhead. I be itching, me like, yo, what am I gonna do? I need some sports in my life. But man, let me know what y'all think. Let me get y'all opinions on these trade rumors, the draft picks that's coming up. But like I gave my order of picks, I think Edwards is gonna go number 1. I think Wiseman 2, and I think LaMelo 3rd pick. I think that's gonna be the order for the top 3 picks, and then from there on, it's gonna be a matter of need. And then we'll see what happens from there. But it's your boy Michael here with the Yard Vibes TV. Y'all stay blessed, never stress. You done know. Take care of yourself.